I 100% get it. It's hard to stay on top of all this change in the world of digital marketing. It's a struggle for us pro marketers too. So this week, we're looking at the 5 areas that I suggest you swing your attention to this year. This is Clickstarter, the Australian digital marketing podcast. I'm Dante St. James. This is one part of my 5-part series about the things you should be paying attention to in your digital marketing this year. Today, it's about creating content that fits your target customer. If you ever needed proof that social media and digital marketing are changing, consider this. Facebook released 40 updates in 2021. That's 40 new features or rules that we needed to get our heads around. It's any wonder small businesses are confused by digital marketing. Even we, who are supposedly experts, are struggling to keep up. And while the ever-changing nature of digital platforms is a bit of a given in our world, there's plenty of other change happening this year that we need to stay on top of if we want to be able to cope in a changing world. So it's the businesses that are able to roll with these changes that are 7 times more likely to have effective marketing campaigns than those who just keep going back to the old tried and trusted methods. The first one we're going to talk about is creating content, and it is more important than ever. In fact, if there was one recommendation out of all these 5 that I would make for this year, it's this one. You're gonna have to get used to making content. And while I know that the internet is chock full of content coming from every single person all around the place, it's still the number one way that people are gonna find out for you. And I know there's tons of it, but I'm talking about stuff that's specific about you, about your industry, about your location, and the kind of target customer that you're looking for. As a digital agency owner, I'm given the trust of clients to do everything I can to reach their preferred customers. And while in the past we all had to rely on our own smarts and instincts when it comes to writing content, the world has changed. We can't just rely on our own skills anymore. We need the power of data to give us direction on what to produce, how to produce it, and where to distribute it to. We need to be able to work all this out based on insights from Facebook, analytics from Google, and just sitting down and analyzing what it is that people seem to love, particularly those people who we are trying to reach. We can't just sit down and brainstorm for 5 minutes before writing a blog. It's no longer enough. Late in 2021, Facebook had, get this, 10 million advertisers active on its ad platform. That's 10 million individual businesses all telling the world about their products and services. That's why it feels like your money isn't going as far on Facebook as it used to. It's crowded out there. You're competing with businesses all over the world who are vying for the same pool of cash that you're vying for. Even if they're providing completely different products or services to you, they're still competing with you. While these advertisers are going broad and wide to hopefully hit some kind of customer with some kind of interest in what they're selling, you need to go in the opposite direction. You need to hone your target and approach as specifically as you can. Just targeting women from 35 to 55 years old isn't going to work anymore. You need more information about who your best customers are than this. Think their interests. Think about the TV shows they watch. Think about what their email addresses are in your customer database that you can then form custom audiences and lookalike audiences on Facebook ads with. Then, when you know who they are, produce the kind of things that get attention from them or are so focused in on how they live their lives that they can't help but take notice. According to Average, a research company, 92% of customers are now expecting a more personalized ad and shopping experience. That's why your vague product ads with just a white background and that they're not doing nothing. They're all about your product and they're not about what leading and how they'll use that product. If you want to know more about creating content and all sorts of stuff in the world of digital marketing, check out the news section at clickstarter.com.au. Tomorrow, we're going to look at AI or machine learning and what you can already access for your business that helps make things easier just by using AI. And while you're at it, why not throw up a nice review for me on Apple or Spotify podcasts to help me to reach more Aussie businesses and help them to understand what it takes to get known, get found, and stay known.